Hello traders, day trader Matt here, eminitradingpit.com, and today I want to compare 2 days. I want to compare yesterday and the day before that, just because I think that you get more value out of. I feel like I get more value out of myself, so hopefully you guys do as well. And if you do, leave me a comment down below, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. That way I get a little bit of feedback and I kind of know what you guys like. So going over the 2 days, they couldn't be more different if I just, pulled them up randomly. But, here they are. So this day was Monday. 6 trades. We were 4 for 2 and pulled out 2.5 points. So not really a great day. It's more of a grinding day I look at. And I want to talk about these 2 days because I know a lot of people come into trading and they see the profits that can be made, and a lot of so-called educators out there make it seem easy. And what a lot of people do, and I did this when I first started trading, is I went the free route and I tried to gain information and learn from trial and error. And what that does is it builds bad habits. So whenever you're first learning how to trade, you're at an easy place to gain information because you can absorb everything because you're very new, you don't know anything. And then once you start learning stuff, if you start learning bad habits, then you have to overcome that, and that takes longer. So when people ask me how long it takes to trade, that's why it's hard to give a definitive answer, because some people have learned those bad habits and then they have to replace them with good habits. Other people haven't learned any habits and they're learning from scratch. Well, they can learn faster because they haven't built any bad habits into them. So anyway, I thought that would be a little bit of an interesting talk. I'll talk some more afterwards. So let's go ahead and compare the days and see what I did. All right. So this day, the market did gap down and it started to push up. So I knew I wanted to look for a long, and actually every trade this day was a long, but it just didn't every trade work out. So I kind of watched the market here, watched it push up, and then I realized as it started pushing up here, I definitely wanted to be long. I just had to pick my spot. So price pushed up here, started looking fairly okay, and I got long right here at 76.25. Got long at 76.25. Price did push up into my favor a little bit, and then came down and tagged me out for plus quarter point on the remainder. So that was a very, very quick trade. Still watched everything. Saw price after I got stopped out. It came down a little more and then it started to take off again. So I knew I still wanted to be long. As it came down here, I got long at 80.75. So I got long right up here. I went in my favor, took my partial, and then as it rolled over, I got ticked out again for plus 1 tick or plus quarter point. As it came down again, I watched things, I remained on the sidelines, and then I saw this start to take off again. So I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Let me look for another long, and I was a little aggressive on this one. I got long at 85, and I got stopped out at 83. Sometimes that happens. It is what it is. So we took that one on the chin, or I took that one on the chin, and kept watching things, and just remained on the sidelines for a little while now. Got long at 10.50 at 38.95 quarter, which was up here. Price did go in my favor. I did get my partial, and then I got ticked out on the remainder for plus 1 tick. I kept watching things, and I got long over here at 91 quarter, and ended up taking partial and then been able to move up my stop a little bit and then got tagged out over here. So that gave me a decent win. And, you know, unfortunately price did take back off. It is what it is. And as it came back down, I started looking at the market, popped back up, came back down, and I wanted to get long again, which I did right over here at 85.5. And then I got stopped out on that one and just continued watching from there. And then we just closed the room. So went home with 2.5 points in the positive. So there's a few things we can take away from today, but ending with a positive number is always good. 6 trades with 2.5 points. You know, half a point is more than enough to cover 6 trades. You know, so definitely ended positive. There's no way 6 trades are going to take away 2.5 points. It's not possible. If that's happening, you're definitely with the wrong broker. But you know, it was a good day all in all. This trade right here may have been a little bit. I still think it was a good trade. It just, you know, the market just took it out and it didn't really pull back after that either. So, you know, some of the trades in here could have been done differently. This one here, I see that in hindsight, but overall, it was a decent day. It was definitely a decent day, and any day that ends positive is a good day. It just, every day that you trade, you can always do a little better, and that's what part of being a human is. You know, we get to learn, we get to experience, and we get to become better. And even if you look at your trading and it's near perfect, you know, you can still improve in some ways. So let's go to Tuesday now, which was yesterday. And we had 6 trades. We were 6-0 on our trades and we pulled out 44.25 points. And we entered a swing trade early this morning. Actually, I posted it in the room yesterday and we entered it this morning. So that was, you know, kind of a bonus. But anyway, 6 trades. We were 6-0, 44.25 points. Let's get on it. So we took a trade shortly after the market opened, which is not usually what I do. So yesterday or Monday, we took a trade at 9:46. That was our first trade. Now this day, Tuesday, we took a trade at 9:31. That was our first trade. So a little bit more aggressive, but you know, sometimes it just looks good. I always consider the pre-market in the trading day. I just don't give it a lot of weight, but I still consider it a little bit. So that's why I can make a trade right off the open. I don't usually, or I don't ever just have a chart like this. I always have pre-market data in, but I always know where we gapped from. So I always have that in my mind, but I don't have that on the chart. So anyway, I did get short here at 9:31. I shorted at 82.5. Took partial, and then I moved down my stop as price came down, and got tagged out down here. Actually, as it came back up, I watched it, and I got short again at 9:33 at 84. I got short there, took partial, and then as price started coming down, I did also move down my stop and got tagged out at 80. So, you know, it happens. So 2 quick trades, but 2 pretty good trades in my opinion. And then as it came back up at 9:37, I decided, okay, let's get let's get short at 82, and that is exactly what we did. I got short at 82, took partial at 80, and then the market just crashed to the downside. And as it came down, I was watching it. I was moving my stop down a little bit at a time, and as it's making a new low, it's trading 67 quarters. I moved my stop down to 70 and got, 71. Moved my stop down to 71 and then got tagged out on that move higher. So that was interesting, and that was a phenomenal day so far, actually. So I really just watched this. As I got stopped out, I felt like we could have a little bit of a larger pullback, and that's why I wanted to be, aggressive with my stop, but also a little timid with my next entry. So I watched this a little bit and just to see what could happen. Price came up here, dropped back down, and then as it came back up, as it came down here, I threw in my entry, and then as it came back up, it triggered me at 38.77. So triggered me, and then I did get my partial, and price started to drop again, which was interesting. And then I did get tagged out up here at 70. So you can see my style isn't taking all of the move. It's taking at least the theory is to take the majority of the move. You see some of my trades where I don't take the majority, but it's really just trying to make the best trades that I can. So that's really the goal here. Next trade was at 957. So I watched this a little bit. I saw price come up here. Then price came down, started chopping around. So right up here at 957, I did get short at 38.74 quarter. So got short up here. I did get my partial, and I barely got. Well, as price did move down, I moved my stop down to 38.72 and got tagged out on that. So that was fine. Price did come down a little bit more, which was also fine. And then I kind of watched things. Saw price come up here, come down, and then I threw in my order at 38.75 half, which is right here. Got tagged in and was able to write that down, got partial, and moved my stop down to 70. And price did come down, come up, and tagged me out right there at 70. And that's totally okay. And that was kind of the trading day. I stayed around for a little bit longer, and then we did close the room early, just because we had great trades. We went home with a good amount of points, and this is ideal. This is not normal. I'd say normal might be 5-10 points. You're gonna have some days where you only get a few points, and then a very small amount of days where you go home a little bit negative. That's what trading is. I've never seen a trader who is 100% on all of their trades. I've never seen a trader who's positive every single day. So it's kind of what trading is all about, and that's why I really teach my methodology that I do in the room, and I really teach mindset as well, because in a professional sport, and that's how I liken trading to. So in a professional sport, like take football, American, European, it doesn't really matter. Who are your stars? Basketball, whatever sport you're into, even if it's chess, who are the stars? Who are constantly in the top 5%? Well, that's where you want to be as a trader. And as a trader, you don't have to spend 6 hours a day in the gym. And, I'm a little embellishing with that, but you don't have to spend 15 hours a day working on your craft. So in trading, you do have to spend some time learning how to trade, building those good habits. If you have bad habits, replacing those with good habits. That takes time, but it's worth it. And I always ask people, I'm like, so if you had to work really, really hard for 5 years, but then after that 5 years, everything came easy, would you do that? And that's not because I'm saying it's going to take 5 years to become a trader. No. But just to see where people are at. Where are you at with your mindset? Where are you at with your reality? Do you want to become a good trader, or do you just want to make money? Do you not care? Some people are in different areas. They're in different boats. They want different things. Not everybody wants the same thing. And that's what makes our society great. But it also makes it difficult in knowing what we want to do, right? So, anyway, hopefully you got something out of my breakdown of the 2 days, and they're very different. Just because trading is going to be very different. You're not going to make 40 points every day. You're not going to make 2 points every day. It's going to be different. And you can have some consistency, and that's pretty much in your risk management and your setups. So over 50, 100, 500 trades, this is what's going to happen, right? So that's where your consistency is. The money that you make is not going to be as consistent, but it can be measured, and you can know, like, every month, every quarter, what your range is going to be on that. So anyway, if you do want to learn how to trade, check out eminitradingpit.com. I'm going to have the link in the description. I've taught many thousands of people how to trade over a couple decades. I've been teaching, and it's been a lot of fun. I don't really market a whole lot, so it's just I don't do that. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Throw a like if you enjoyed it. Throw a dislike if you didn't. If you have any questions, comment section below. I always have a contact form on the website if you'd rather have a more personal answer, and ask your question in a closed environment rather than an open environment like the comment section of YouTube. So there's that as well. I'm going to link that down below also. So with that, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around the markets. Take care.